All right. We are live. Welcome everybody to another Tuesday Motovloggers Behaving Badly, and yes, we will be. We always are. So, we're going to start off everything without a whole bunch of me yippee-yipping and go right into the hellos from the folks at the panel. So we'll start off with our buddy Weggy. Weggy, you want to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
All right. And a Yorkshire biker here, and he is now a biker, so let's say hello to the folks at home.
Hi to you guys here. Hello to everybody who's watching. Have a good night.
Nice. Mr. Fantastic himself, Suffolk Andy, is here.
Peace and love, man.
Nice. And the only Wonder Twin with a useful power, Skeggy Cruiser.
Howdy, boys.
Alrighty, so starting off a little bit light tonight, which is perfectly fine, and I figure we'll start off with news, see if anybody has any news from the past week. Weggy, how about you?
News, not a great deal, to be honest with you. Still looking for the ZX12, the right one. Just trying to crack some sort of deal, but still haven't managed to crack it yet. Apart from that, no news, mate. Really, to be honest with you.
All right.
Just looking forward to being here tonight, buddy.
Sweet. Glad to have you. All right. And I know Mr. Yorkshire Biker has some news for us.
I don't particularly have any news. I've just been riding my bike all week.
Day and night, probably.
Near enough, yeah. 300, nearly 400 mile I've done since Friday afternoon.
Have you got to run it in?
Yeah. There's two stages. It's something about I can't go above 6,000 for first 300 mile, and then from 300 to 600 I can't go above 8. And I've just gone on to the second stage of it now, so.
Nice.
Nothing like running a new bike.
Yeah, you were
it does about
lucky
70, at 8,000 revs at the minute, so I think it'll do about 85 flat out. So not too bad.
Yeah. You haven't done that, though, have you? You haven't done that yet.
No, not yet.
You were telling me before you did a whole bunch of video. You have a whole bunch of video and all, but did you do a walk around on the bike yet?
Not really a walk around. The only thing I've done is the reveal video.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to check that out because I'm curious. All right, Mr. Suffolk Andy, any news for the folks?
No, not a lot really. Everything is sort of the same round here. I think Weggy will tell you, sleepy old Suffolk. I think we've got another ride out coming on the 31st, is it, Weggy?
I believe so. Yeah, the Cop Fun Run.
Yeah, that's the next big thing, really. I know. Big thing.
The what run? What is it?
The Cob Dock.
So this the Cop Dock Fun Run. We have a show, the Cop bike show, every year, and this is sort of like a pre-run before the show. I've never actually done this particular run.
Oh, it's pretty good, Wiggy.
We spoke about it at the Kesgrave bike show, and yes, it's quite a few wanted to attend, I believe. So yeah, hopefully the weather will be good and be a good attendance, and that'll be a good run out, won't it?
Yeah, last year it was raining, so that was pretty poor. But the year before, when it was Sunday, that was bloody, that was packed. But last year there was more marshals than there were people on bikes.
Was there really? I believe I actually see your video, I believe, last year for that one.
Yeah. So that's about the only news. There's nothing happening around here really. Basically, really, Barbie.
Yeah,
Barbie's cold.
I like the name of the run because it sounds like it should be dirty. All right. And Skeggy, any news for us and the folks at home?
Oh, not really news, but anybody intending on coming to Skegness, I'd just avoid it for a while. They've ruined my road, Bobby.
Oh no.
Right outside the house, they've just put that horrible stone chipping topping all over it. Totally ruined the whole lot. You ride down the road at 5-10 mile an hour, and all you can hear is ding, 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 all little pebbles bouncing up and sticking to the edges of the tyres with a hot tarmac and just bouncing off and hitting the bloody steel mudguard like that's like, oh no.
When you thought nowadays they would have found something a little bit better than that, wouldn't they? You know?
Leaving it alone would have been better, I tell you, Waggy, it really would. I just can't understand why.
It's annoying. It is annoying knowing it. I mean, you know, they quite heavily lay this crap down on the road and that, and to be quite honest with you, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, that's all it's doing. It's just chipping away at your paint. You know, people with new cars and motorcycles, regardless, it's chipping away all the time. You know, and the worst thing about it is sometimes there's little gravel patches build up, which is yet another point in it. You know.
Always makes me laugh how they expect the cars to squash the stones into the tar, you know, and you just get 2 big grooves in the end, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's easy to have big piles of stones either side of it. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You don't hit the brakes on it. You really, you just don't. I went out there today, and I'm not joking. It was that deep. It felt like I got 2 punctures.
Like you're trying to ride your bike on the beach.
I actually stopped and I'm looking down like that, looking down at back tyre, thinking that, you know, am I imagining this? Is it worse than it is, or have I really got a puncture? You know, and it's just ridiculous. I tell you what, the guys who think about these sort of things, they don't ride bikes, not even a push bike. You can see them going around. They've taped all the drain covers and things like that up. And of course, then they'll go around and pull all that off, and then you end up with like a dip of about ½ an inch to an inch or whatever down to the drain cover, and then back up again. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's all good in Skegness then, really?
It's all good. Yep. Stay away. We don't want you.
They're getting ready for all those tourists coming your way, Skeggy, in the summer, mate.
Well, that's another thing, Andy. They should be here by now. Honestly, it was absolutely dead uptown today.
Yeah?
I put it in the video. I'm like, it's the 28th of April. Where is everybody? 3:05, main shopping centre in Skegness. I'm out the back going on the bike, and there's nobody around. It's like a fucking ghost town, I tell you.
Probably all going to Spain and places like that, I suppose, to get a bit of sun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
So you've got the monorail in Skegness, haven't you?
Well, down in Butlins we've got one. Monorail. Sorry.
That's all that bloody singing he's been doing lately.
So there's only the Simpsons fans going to get that one. What was that, wench? South Parade. What? Monorail? Oh, he said monorail, not model railway.
Model railway?
Yeah.
We got one of them in Great Yarmouth.
Well, they took ours away. We had a little tiny train that went up and down the seafront, and I think the sea knackered the track, didn't it? The sea came in too far one day and knackered all the track, and it just got too expensive to replace. So easiest thing to do, concrete it all over.
Yeah. Tell you what, these seaside places, I know we're talking about bikes yet, these seaside places are definitely not what they used to be, are they? I mean, a good few years ago, we used to have a proper little railway track, and I used to have a proper little steam train on it, proper little steam engine. Andy will probably remember that with his tiny little sit-on coaches.
was that Thomas, Percy?
Oh, Christ, do you know what? It was probably something like a mini version of something like the Flying Scotsman. That's what it looked like when I was a kid.
All gone now.
It'd be a copy of a GWR or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying we can't talk trains. It's a bike night.
Back that.
And I know far too much about trains for my own good, so.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, that's model railways on my behalf, though, not real ones. I'm not a train spotter.
Nah.
Watch Thomas and Friends, don't you?
I still like your model railway.
We lost Oleggy. Wait, I didn't hear that last part. You disappeared.
No, I still like the old model railways. Used to have the old Hornby train set when I was a kid and growing up.
Double O.
Yeah, double O gauge.
Yeah, double O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've just come across a picture of a bike that's made up of loads of different bikes and a car wheel for a rear wheel. Strange.
Wait, what? Alright.
That is weird.
That's abuser.
There you go.
Bloody hell. The mismatch.
What the hell is...
What a fucking mess.
Jesus.
That is... It's a bit of everything. It's a GPZ 900.
It's got a VFR rear wheel, hasn't it?
That's a Honda Civic rear wheel, that.
It's not real. I can't see it now. It's disappeared.
Yeah, I can see the four studs on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just...
Just bits of everything
Some
bolted together.
people build some right piles of shit, don't they? Really.
looks like a wasp.
Really, honestly. That probably took a bloke 2 years to design that pile of shite.
Yeah, it looked like a wasp on an acid trip. Alrighty, so I guess I'll tell my crazy news. Let's see, I got to take the bike out one of the days that I was going out to New Jersey. Yeah, not an incredibly long ride. You know, it's like 50-something miles, not too bad. But just felt good to take a nice, decent-sized ride rather than just back and forth around the neighborhood and a few towns over. While I was out there, of course, I was doing an event for my handmade jewelry stuff, and I ran into a dear old friend. And let me see. You know what? I'm gonna pull up this picture.
Did see the pictures?
Let's see. Well, first of all, here I'm gonna put this one up because this one we spoke about earlier. I almost took it home.
You almost took it home.
Oh, not even kidding. I almost took it home.
Make me a crocodile sandwich and make it snappy.
Yeah, this little gator was just calling my name. She was just such a sweetheart and just loved to cuddle.
That's why I've got the tape round its mouth, because I like to cuddle. Yeah, I'd bite your balls off if I had the chance.
You don't want people to...
Just wants to be loved, that's all.
Yeah, I reckon.
Jesus.
Here's a good shot for you. A whole weekend in a hotel in New Jersey with Gianna Michaels.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
I said no.
Yeah, that was... She's a darling, man. She is absolutely fantastic. My son was hanging out, and you're talking about some of the pictures that are out on the table because people can buy pictures and get them autographed and stuff. And I'm not really into the autograph stuff and all that. I typically don't even care about meeting celebs and stuff. But I had met her before, and she was just such a sweetheart and really, really nice. And then saw her here, so it was like, yeah, I just figured I'd say hello. And then everything just kind of went from there. She was just so freaking fantastic. And my son's like, yeah, you're cool, but I'm going to go look at these Matchbox cars over here. And she went and got him one. Like, like, you like it? Here, I'll get this one for you. And he's just like, oh my god. And we're walking back to my booth, and he's like, Miss Gianna's so nice. I want her to be my friend. And I'm like, yeah, Mom and Daddy do too. So yeah, it was it was a really cool event, and the ride was fantastic. Although I had an issue where my GPS, I was running the GPS from my phone, and or as you guys call it, the sat nav, and it was connected to my Sena headset, and then all of a sudden it just stopped telling me where to go. And when you're in a car, you can just kind of reach over and fix whatever's going on. But on the bike, you're kind of screwed. And I went 20 miles out of the way before I realized I'm missing where I need to be, and I had to turn.
When you're waiting to say turn left or turn right, you just keep on going straight.
Yep. Looking at the exit, going, wait, 43. Isn't that the? I'm whatever. But yeah, I got some cool footage, and eventually I'm going to edit something hours of footage and bring it down to something more manageable. So yeah, that's my news, and I'm sticking to it. Oh yeah. Oh man. All right, and we've got one person in the Q&A. Dave, of course, says, my dad loves model trains, but his is on the PC, so no room needed. That's pretty cool.
Virtual kit.
Yeah, I like building the tracks and putting the trains on them, and all right, Dave, this is a bike show. Bikes.
Yeah. Where is Dave anyway? Why did he join in?
He's building his Millennium Falcon.
Ducked armpits in fucking glue, probably. He's probably like this. He's like this now, isn't he?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, I can't fucking do it now. I've stuck myself together.
He's probably stuck. He's probably stuck in next week's episode.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, and of course, Gazatron comes in with evening all. Sorry, I can't join tonight. Got a headache. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
News though, my bike is ready apparently, and I should get her back on Friday. That. So Gazatron, that goes out to you, man.
That time, 2 times stress.
Oh man.
Oh, here we go, hangout started in the bloody... So, what a surprise that I left Skype open. Thanks, Dave.
Wait, I just saw something come in, but I have no idea where the hell it came in. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. There, okay. Dave, get in here. All right, cool. So, before we went live, we were talking about air cleaners and stuff, and it's something that I know very little about in terms of, which is the best company or the best materials to use and all. I pretty much just go for the standard stuff. So I figured we'll go down the line and see, who has an opinion or idea that they want to share on the best air cleaners to use for their specific bikes. And I think this time we'll start from the other end and start with Skiggy Cruisers.
Well, it seems that we're all having this. I think it's winter that's done it, and the ones that ride through the winter, I would imagine it makes it worse. But the air cleaners, I've just noticed yesterday that mine is oiled up to buggery. So a new one's going to be ordered soon. But I was quite surprised. I was checking through the inventory of various different makes and models of air cleaners, and I was a bit surprised by some of the claims that you can get up to 7.1 brake horsepower more by changing your air cleaner. Just seems to be a lot. That's on my bike, by the way. That's not on any bike. That's just on my bike. Anywhere between 3.1 and 7.4 or something like that. And that was with the K&N air filter. I just thought it seemed to be a fair old bit of horsepower to drag from just changing the air cleaner.
All right.
Mm.
And I tend to use K&N, and honestly, I never read any of that crap. It's like I know this brand, I know it fits, I know I have enough money to get it. All right, done. You know, that's one hell of a claim. I mean, if you can get an extra horsepower out of it, you know, depending on the bike, you know, the numbers, whatever they are, that's pretty cool. But I wonder how they prove that, you know.
I did notice, I changed it on my last bike, and I did notice, a hell of a difference. Not so much on top end, but on acceleration, and generally through sort of second and third gear as well. It's apt to be a bit raukier, you know. I mean, you could hear the difference anyway because it was sucking more air in, but it did feel slightly quicker. Say 0 to 60, 0 to 70 sort of thing. It felt quicker. Whether I would imagine you're allowing the air to flow easier. It's gonna be running easier, and running quicker. But whether it actually does, in reality, produce more horsepower just by changing the air cleaner, I don't know. I know my exhaust bikes made a similar claim. They claim that they could produce up to 10.5 brake horsepower. To be quite honest, you'd gain more speed 0 to 60 and overall anyway, just by dropping the something ridiculous like 7 kilograms in weight that from the original system to the aftermarket ones. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous the weight of the original pipe. So I'm not really surprised by some of the claims, but I am surprised that they can put it down on paper. Yes. But,
All right, so that works. So you're with the K&N. All right. Oh, Mr. Suffolk Andy, what do you think? Do you have any preferences depending on which bike you're riding?
Not really. I bought one today, and I just went on eBay, looked through for a British company, a good company, and bought the one that fitted my model bike. A lot of Harleys have got like Screaming Eagles and stuff like that, stage ones. Mine's got a stage 1, but it's not a Screaming Eagle, it's a different system. So I just got one that fitted in. Well, I said 30, I think about 32 quid, because it's quite a lump of a thing. Hopefully put it in Friday. The reason I knew something was up was because I went out on it yesterday, and I came up from Felixstowe onto the main 70-mile-an-hour road, and I sort of gunned it up there, and that spluttered. And I thought, this ain't right. And when I got home, I took it off, and that was just caked of shit, basically. So I've rid it right through the winter. So I think what Skeggy has said, that if your bike splutters a bit, don't worry too much. Just look at your air filter and make sure it's clean, and you'll probably sort it out. You know?
Right.
So I've got no preference. I know on my ZZR I've got a special filter on now. For the life of me, I don't know the name of it. But when I had a problem with that a couple of years ago, I went and bought the normal filter for it. And when I took the tank off and got to it, it wasn't the one. There was something different. And I had to buy a kit to clean the bloody thing, and you put it back in. But it won't run on a standard, because it's been jetted and the Apoprovix and all that sort of stuff. It needed a different air filter to actually run, and I had to buy a cleaning kit, which you can clean them and put them back in again.
All right. Well, some people need to know that air filters need to be cleaned. I know who needs to hear that message repeated, and I'm not going to say who he is, but he knows who he is, and he's watching. Clean your air filter. All right. Mr. Yorkshire Biker, any preference? Well, I mean, you just got the new bike, so.
No preference as of yet, because it's still got the standard one in. But I know people say all these aftermarket ones like K&N may help your bike produce more horsepower, but is it good for it in the long run? So I mean, bike companies spend God knows how much developing these air filters for it to work, and then I don't know what's better, standard or an upgrade.
Okay. That's a good question. Maybe we should get someone to do some research on there. We'll hire Mrs. B to get in.
She'd sort it out, mate. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah. All right. Very cool.
So, you guys talking about air filters?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, if people have a preference as far as brand or materials or whatever. We'll see what the Weganator has to say about this one.
Who?
That's you, Weggy.
Sorry, I thought you were going to go with Dave.
Well, you're next on the screen there. Well,
Am I?
to me.
Oh, okay. No, with his ZZR, for years and years and years, I've run sort of fairly much standard air filters. With the ZZR, I went up to a Carnan fast float, purely on the fact that I wanted to give it a go, and also the Carnans, rather than actually throwing the things away, obviously you clean them. When they need cleaning, you're going to check them because they're not that difficult to get to. And to be quite honest with you, it opens it up a little bit, gives a little bit more. There's a bit more throat in the airbox. It's a little bit snappier. Doesn't make a great deal of difference. You wouldn't notice the difference with a horsepower gain, to be honest with you. It's just more. It's more throat. You get more of a. Just a little bit more air making its way in the box. But you don't really notice any performance difference whatsoever. It's just the fact that you can take. It costs obviously more than a standard filter, but the fact is you take it out, clean it, put it back, and you can do that and do that and do that and do that. And the eventuality is you're going to save yourself over a few years, a good few pounds. So, but as for performance reasons, that wasn't the reason for it, to be honest with you. But over the years, people have had messed around with different filters. I mean, Christ, pod filters are still popular. They all were popular with, street fighters, especially if you were messing about with jetting and different exhaust systems. So, there's benefits. Each I suppose, if you're going to tinker about with a bike and put add-ons with different exhaust systems, before you're going to play about with tuning as well, which could mean air filters, obviously jetting, if you've got carburetors, remapping, that sort of thing. It all comes into play somehow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know, Weggy, that like I said earlier, when I bought the standard filter by mistake and went to put it in, it wouldn't fit. So I had to use the KN, whatever you call it. That was the one was in it, but I had to buy a kit to clean it. But that kit would last you years, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's because the bike had been jetted, because my bike had been jetted, and I said these race cams had been put on. I think a standard filter wouldn't have drew enough air in for it, or flow into it, to make it run right, so that's why they fitted the thing.
Yeah. My most is a ZRX 1100, and that was, he stuck the ZZR cams in it, and he had the Carnan pod filters, and he had some tuning mods on that as well. And he was after the tuning side of it, and hence the Carnan filters with the rejetting and so on and so forth, and the exhaust system he had. It added, I think from what he said, it added about another 20 horsepower to the stock lump on that particular bike, the big naked quagger, and so that was the reason why he did it. But he said to me, over the years, I've saved obviously a good few pounds on throwaway filters, and as for having the Carnan, like you say, if you stay on top of it, look at it depending on the time of year, every couple of 4 months, if it needs a clean it properly, clean the inside of your airbox and the ducts and the breathers. It's a half-hour job. Stick it back in. Lovely.
All right, cool. So let's see, Dave.
You wish he's my
Hello,
command.
Dave. Are we all lost? Are we on last week, Dave?
Sorry?
Are we on last week's episode or next week's?
Well, I was just going to say thank you all for inviting me on this beautiful Saturday morning, and it's really surprising to see you all here at 4 a.m. But I think it's quite nice. The sun's just popping up out of the sky. It's just me because I can hear everybody else, but I can't hear Suffolk Andy for some reason. So sorry, Andy, if you ask me a question or say something, I can't hear you. I don't know what it is.
Pardon? Oh, I don't know.
But no, I can see people's lips moving, and no green bars are coming up, so I can tell when somebody's talking and when they ain't. But no, I can't hear them for some reason. Very strange. Anyway, back to the air filters. Yes, I would go with the K&N. When I bought my bike, I had a couple of standard air filters that came with it, which is why I was using those up before I get to a K&N. But the next service will be K&N, because like other people say, over the long run, it's much cheaper because you're not throwing away and buying another one. You're just cleaning it.
Definitely.
All right, that makes sense. So you've got a lot of folks, basically saying cleaning it better than buying a new one, which makes perfect sense to me. So let's see what Mr. B has to say.
Okay, air filters. Well, most new bikes now come with a stock paper filter, and ultimately, obviously, you have to throw it away. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. So, K&Ns, I mean, that's what I fit, and the difference with those is that they've got a wire mesh round cotton, which means that you can wash them again, and then, just put them back in, so you don't have to keep buying air filters every 2 years or however often you need to change your air filter. It depends where you live. If you live by the sea and you get lots of sand blowing around, it changes. But the other thing, of course, that you need to be careful of is that because the K&Ns allow more air into your engine due to the fact that it's cotton and not paper, it makes your mixture a little bit thinner, which means that the bike can get a little bit hotter. You get a hotter spark. And the best thing to do is if you do fit a K&N, and especially if you also fit an aftermarket exhaust, then you need to go and get your bike retuned to get the mixture right, because your mixture will be too thin. And if you run a bike for a long time on a thin mixture, it'll ultimately do damage because it's running a lot hotter than it should do. So what they'll do is if you fit something like a K&N, obviously you're going to get more brake horsepower out of that as well with the extra air getting in. But you just need to make sure that you adjust your mixture accordingly if you fit a K&N air filter or any high flow air filter, and do like an aftermarket exhaust, which is like straight through racing or whatever it is. And what they'll do is they'll adjust the mixture so more fuel gets in, so that you still get the right mixture for the right sort of heat of spark, and therefore your engine will still run fine. And where people come unstuck is they do the upgrades, like your air filter in your exhaust, but then they'll carry on riding it without getting it retuned. And that's when things like, back in the day on 2-stroke, they used to run a lot hotter than a 4-stroke. And if you was to do your K&Ns and do your aftermarket exhaust and everything else, but not reject it, so you've got the right mixture, you will melt or burn a hole through a piston because it gets that hot. So the best thing to do is if you do fit an aftermarket, I recommend it, by the way, but you just need to make sure that you get the bike retuned. But you will get more horses. The bigger the engine, the more horses that you get out of it. That's it, mate. But yeah, I use K&N.
All right, very cool. Very cool. Now, see, with me, I haven't had to changed mine yet, so I'm still thinking that because Indian came out with everything being so proprietary that I definitely would have to go through Indian to get my air filters. But I'd love to have something that's cleanable rather than having to be replaced all the time. I'm looking at the site right now. Matter of fact, I put this up to show you guys. I just typed in filter on their site, and notice they have two air filters here. One is for like $19 and one is for $55. But they don't really tell you much of anything. It's like, what's the difference?
The pictures look exactly the same.
Yeah, here's.
So there's probably no difference at all.
You never know. You never know. And like honestly, like let's say, if I click on this one, that's
Get out of here.
get out of here.
Yeah, you can only go by the part number, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't it tell you what it's made of?
That looks like paper.
Paper
Yeah.
film, doesn't it?
Paper film.
Two of them, aren't they?
So does that.
Yeah.
That might be a stock photo then.
Yeah, maybe they. You'd think that they would say that it's got like a cotton filter as opposed to a paper. Because obviously you can wash cotton, but you can't wash paper.
Right. And there's only the two filters that they show. I don't know. So, for a while, I guess I'll have to deal with that. I mean, I'm more likely to go with the $55 one anyway, just in case, because you get what you pay for. Well, usually. And eventually, I'm pretty sure someone will come up with something that's usable that isn't Indian, and we can always test it and see what happens. But I'll probably stick with theirs.
What's Bobby? What's your what Indian is yours?
Mine is the 2014 Chief Vintage.
Chief what? Sorry.
Vintage.
FE or LE?
Fiorelli?
There's an FE and there's an LE.
Oh. Mine is.
Or is it just a Chief Vintage full stop?
No, Chief Vintage. I was wondering if there's an FE or LE. I'm like, I should know this, shouldn't I? No,
Yes, it's not right.
mine is just Chief Vintage.
Just looking for you, buddy. Yeah, they K&N do an air filter for that.
All right, who does that one?
K&N.
They did? I was just on their site. They didn't have one. They don't
Might
have
not have one in America.
What shape is your filter? Is it the round one?
No, not the round one. No, this one is the I call it lima bean, even though it's not a lima bean. It's like a rounded rhombus shape.
An oval?
Oh, not quite. Not quite. It's sort of like a rhombus. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see.
No, I'm not getting anything but the round one.
Yeah, they have another air filter system that has the rounded air cleaner, and that one's supposed to be for extra performance and all. But I really love the look of the one that I have.
Yeah, everything I'm getting is that round one.
Yeah, that's all. I see.
It's 2014 model. All the round ones go up to a 2013 on my screen. 2014 is not mentioned.
Which is crazy because 2014 was when they first brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but quite often their site's not up to date. That's the thing. You probably have to call them to see if they do one or not.
Right. We'll see.
Anyway.
You could get sort of. Nope, that's a really tiny picture. Nope, all they have is the tiny picture. Well, I don't know if you're going to want to see this. You can get sort of an idea of the shape of the filter in here. This one. So yeah, that's not the Indian one, but I mean,
Yeah, it's close to that sort of shape.
yeah. But that's the shape of it. Yeah.
Right. Sorry, yeah, Bobby, I think I had the wrong mic in use, so I probably sound a bit different now.
How many tabs have you got open there, Bobby?
Around 50 something. All right. Before we get too far, we got some folks in the Q&A, so I am going to hit this really quickly. And of course, 08 Ride is on here, and he says, "Evening all. Gaz must have watched some of the Mr. Oz 2K competition entries." Oh. Yeah, we're gonna miss Gazatron. He should be in here. And of course, Colin Biker. Let's see, what is he saying? This is Gaza, will we see you at the Coast and Coffee on your newly repaired bike? Obviously, I'll want to stay behind you.
That's a bit mean.
I
think everybody wants to stay behind him.
Yeah.
All right. Utu Big Kev says, "Good morning, chaps. I'm off to work."
Morning.
Morning.
Well, have a good day at work, buddy. We'll be thinking about you.
And Colin Biker says, "Hi all. Can't join tonight. Work to do. Have a good one." All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Colin Biker.
Last time I said that, he stayed in the Q&A all night.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we'll be getting a bunch of Q&A hits from Hootie McBoobs and Bling.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we need.
And yet you just put the idea out there, too.
Yeah, because I'm. Oh man, so I've got a question for you guys that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. What is with me getting hit on by guys all the time whenever I'm on my bike?
Are you wearing chaps?
No.
Arseless chaps would have the.
Didn't you know that an Indian's a gay bike?
Something to do with YMCA, I think. YMCA.
I put up a video a while back, and I cut out the part where the guy was like frantically hitting on me, but he's like, "Hey, dude, you look good on that bike," and then he starts his propositioning and stuff. And then I cut that out. And then the Jersey trip I was talking about, some guy saw me getting on a bike, and he says, "Wow, you two look sexy," and I'm like, "Okay, I thought that was just being cool," and I'm like, "All right, hey, dude, thank you," and he goes, "So, you ride anything else other than that bike? Because I've got some free time." And I'm like,
Whoa.
I'm flattered, but I'm straight.
Damn.
I tried to say it as nice as possible, but come on. Come on. That's exactly how I met my first wife. Oh, man. She thought I was gay. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is there some kind of vibe I'm putting off or something?
You mean to telling us you're not gay?
Sorry, I lost connection. I just heard that.
What a time to tell me.
Bobby's gay.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I couldn't believe it.
You have to come out of the closet sometimes, I suppose.
And the funny thing is, I've been wanting to, I don't know. I don't know if you guys know about the New York Gay Pride Parade and all, but I tend to go sometimes, to support some, friends and my wife and stuff. And I have been wanting to take the bike because they start off the parade with a bunch of bikers, and I'm like, you know what better way to show support and stuff? And now I'm worried because I've never had a problem any other time, but since I've gotten this bike, all of a sudden everybody's coming out of the woodwork going, "Oh, you're not? Bad."
Well, Gaza says in Q&A that it's nothing to do with bike, it's the person riding it, so...
Yeah, I can say to you, Bobby, mate, is that's going to happen to you. Just always make sure you're on pillion, because it fucking hurts in front, I tell you.
Yeah, don't take any passengers on that gay pride parade, I tell you.
No. If I'm taking anybody on there, I'm sticking my wife on the back because she can hold the flag. Oh man, but that's just it confuses the hell out of me because I don't think I give off any sort of vibe or anything, and you know, everybody who knows me knows that I'm not, or at least I hope so. You know, because that could make things kind of awkward. But what the hell? You know?
I think Tosh fancies you though, Bobby.
Tosh fancies everybody.
Yeah.
Especially Calm.
Oh my god.
Never mind, Bobby boy. We've all got a cross to bear. Looks like you've got a fucking big one.
We've just all read what Calm put on the Q&A.
Yep, Calm Biker says, I didn't expect an outing tonight. Don't worry, Bobby. We won't judge you. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Oh, good.
Yeah, do you think you're changed since you started vlogging?
Wait, I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, sorry, did your handbag style since you started vlogging?
Bobby.
Yeah, I tend to carry a clutch nowadays.
I'll tell you what, lads, I'm struggling to keep this PC fucking running bloody thing.
Waggy, you're not going to come out as well, are you?
No. No, I'll tell you what, my fucking PC will come out in a minute. I'll go through the fucking window in a minute.
Tell me where you live and I'll catch it.
I'll tell you what, mate, you won't want to catch this pile of shit.
You would be surprised what I can do with a pile of crap.
I'll tell you what, it's like...
Are you coming out as well, Dave?
He makes
Jesus Christ, mate, yeah, Tommy Squeezer.
No. I was just thinking about these penny pants.
Yeah. He makes statues out of it, like Play-Doh.
Oh my god.
Lenny and Falcons, I think he moulds out of them as well.
Oh, right.
That model looks like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I gotta read this. Gazatron says, at the gay pride parade, just be careful at the after party. Always keep your eye on your drink. And of course, Palm Biker comes up with, methinks the man doth protest too much. Yeah, you know what? No, I don't protest enough, apparently, because they keep hitting on me.
I love Gazatron's question.
Oh, thank you, Gazatron. Has your sexuality changed since you started? What did I get myself into?
Hey, you were the one who came out.
Dude, look. No bend. Nope. No.
I don't know, I thought the ring on the little finger was an indication.
Oh.
Gee, the old ones are best, mate. The old ones are best.
Here we go.
You can catch the old ones, can't you, when you're gay?
You have your hand in your back right, back left pocket.
Has your wrist angle changed since you started vlogging?
Oh, man. Only as much as everybody else's, because we all. So as he Calm Biker says, haha, I thought Weggy was saying it was difficult for him to keep PC. Yeah, pretty much. As much as we know about Weggy, PC doesn't seem to fit the category, which is great.
I'll tell you, you're saying that, who's getting sick and tired of all this political shit on the TV at the moment?
I don't pay any attention to it.
I started
So-
getting tired about it about 9 weeks ago.
Yeah, seriously, mate. I've just had enough every time I come home from work, or it's just these little 10-minute debates and all that crap. To be quite honest with you, I'm not going to vote. I'm going to stand up and say I'm not going to vote because I don't even know who each one of the parties is worthy of running the country.
No,
Honestly.
we should do it.
Just get us out of the EU, that's what matters.
Yeah. As long as I leave the bikers alone, mate, I'm happy.
Well, I know what I'm putting on my ballot.
None of the above.
What a bunch of wankers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think South Park had it correct when he said you only get to vote between a giant douche, and a turd sandwich.
Yep.
Oh man! All right, and Calm Biker, of course, responds to Mr. B's comment about the ring. It says it depends whose ring it is. See, that would be the ring on the big finger.
Oh!
All right, I'm getting off this topic. Good lord.
This is not still going on about wearing chaps, is it?
No more chat. Might as well get back into the conversation about the Harley Davidson branded colostomy bags.
Yeah. Can I just move in the subject line? I just want to ask Andy. He took the new Suzuki out for a test ride. You haven't released the full review of the bike yet, any of it?
Yeah.
Or have you? Have you? I haven't seen it, mate. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yesterday, Andy, or the day before?
2 days ago, was it? It was Sunday.
I've seen it.
Sunday.
Was it really?
Put it
I
like
didn't
this,
get-
Maggie. Put it like this. I watched it,
Yeah.
and Skeggy Cruiser wants that bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I must admit. I mean, I'm not really into the latest motorcycles. You know me. I'm more into the 90s and the 80s. The big stuff. And to be honest with you, one of the first bikes I've seen in quite a while that is actually I looked at when Andy sort of pulled across on the video itself. I've done a walk around, and I thought, what a fantastic looking bike. It's not too radical. It looks purposeful without being too chiseled, and it looked like a really nice bike. So I'm looking forward to seeing the review. I'm sorry, I didn't get notified with that on YouTube, but
All right.
give it a look.
The review won't let you down, mate. I think some of the things you said already. I think I say in my video. I think it's just fucking awesome, really. But you watch the video, and all my reviews are honest. But yeah, I really like that bike. I don't want to do any spoilers, but it's nice.
I've just put a link to it in the chat.
That's the S1000.
Yeah, cheers, Scheme. I did see it come up. Hey, mate. I'll give it a look later on and copy the link.
Yeah, it's the GSX S1000.
Yeah, a particularly nice looking bike as well, wasn't it?
It is, mate. It's just sweet. Yeah, the whole thing about it's great. But watch the review.
Yeah, I will do. I won't ask any more questions on it until
I don't want to spoil it for you, mate. Cause you're,
That's all right.
But I'll tell you one thing, Reggie. All right.
Yeah.
When you watch the review and you hear my thoughts about it, you will nod your head in agreement.
Mm.
Seriously, it's a really, it's a really nice bike. But we'll leave it there.
Yeah. Yep. I'll give it a look later.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Alrighty, I gotta watch that too because I saw the 3-minute one you did, but there's like a 20-minute one that I didn't get to see yet, so I'm gonna watch that. But before I watch that, Colin Biker comes back in the Q&A, and this one's to you, Eggy. He says you need to pay attention to the politics. If you don't, you don't know which promises they are breaking.
No, that's true. No, that is true, mate. But it's wrong. It's wrong of me to say. It's wrong of me to say that. I don't know if it is wrong of me to say that I'm not going to vote, because how can you vote for something that you, to be quite honest with you, know not too much about? Because we all work hard and we work long hours. I tend not to watch TV nowadays so much, so I'm following nothing of any one of the parties in the UK as to what they're doing, what what bullshit they're spreading, what promises they're making that they're going to break, which they all do eventually. And to be quite honest with you, I'm going to stay out of it, and I have to suffer the consequences of non-voter. So there you go.
I think it's more about what they don't say. If someone said if any of them come along and said, do you know what, we've noticed that our infrastructure in the UK is completely shit now and it's turned to nothing, so we're going to fix the roads and the railways and all that, then I probably might vote for them. But well, it's always NHS. They always use the NHS as the fucking fuck off.
Of course they do, because that's a soft spot.
Yeah.
This new rail link that they want to spend all the billions on, I think if they spent a lot of that money...
I can't say anything bad about the NHS because they've done really well for me. And whilst it's coming up to this Christmas now, I'm going to get a card ready, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with the NHS, it's the people that fucking steal the money from it.
I know.
Yes, there's no one saying it's exactly that. There's nothing wrong with the NHS whatsoever. It's just the fact, it's the mishandling of the NHS that's the problem.
And the missing $4 billion every year that just goes in people's pockets.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, so when they say they're going to put more money at it, I think, oh, so that's more fucking money going to be corrupted.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not about politics.
Yeah, well, Calm Biker says they say people fought for our right to vote. They. And I don't think they fought for our right to vote for several pretty much identical showers of shit. Yeah. And that doesn't just apply to you guys. That's over here too. I mean, really, I don't give two shits about the politics. I pay attention when the time comes. I cast my vote, and I go, okay, how are you gonna screw us this time? If they had any sense, they'd be fixing the roads for the bikers that are out there, putting more resources into making sure that there's not only safety for the people driving around in their Volvos and Mercedes and shit. They look out for us too, and they don't. So there you go.
I think the road planners should take a few bits of advice from people like us as well, because why do they always put manhole covers right where you need to put your tyre when you're going round a corner?
Yeah.
It's been like that for years, Dave, hasn't it?
We got one round by us. There are 4 very slippy manhole covers that all meet next to each other right across the road. You've either got to go in the gutter or go right by the dividing line to get round, especially in the wet.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the potholes that they pretend to fix and don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see that thing on?
Yeah, I noticed in your video, Bobby,
the
amount of potholes you had in that.
Did you see the one on Visor Down where the guy was going around drawing huge great penises around the potholes?
I did not see that.
Yeah, he's been going around some, I forget what town it was, but where there's a pothole, he'll draw a huge great penis on the floor around the pothole, and he said, you'll be surprised how quickly it is mended. And that's on the Visor Down site.
So we just need to go and get some spray paint and just draw penises everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
They clean it up and fill the pothole very quickly.
It's going to be a bit dangerous on the M6, but I'll give it a try.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've seen some people doing some pretty awesome things with potholes out here. Like they'll make like little mosaics and stuff in there, and they'll do pothole photography where they'll like fill it with tiny little forest scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Actually, you could probably do it actually on the M6. I was just thinking, if we did a rolling roadblock, brought the traffic down to, and let the person with the paint get ahead, you could probably get a few penises down.
You want to look at that, Andy? That's on Visor Down. There's big pictures of these penises on the floor.
Brilliant.
You know what you can do with your potholes here? I'll show you what you can do with your potholes here. There we go. Pothole photography.
Oh God.
Yeah, they've been doing some stuff with this. Wait, let me
God.
Making donuts here. Yeah, but this is what we have to deal with. Here we go. And I love this one. Yeah, people are doing all sorts of stuff with potholes. There you go. So yeah, but I'd rather them just fill the damn things so that we don't end up hitting them. Yeah, because that kind of sucks. Especially when you look at something like that. Yeah.
At least he's got his chain guard well covered.
Oh my goodness.
That helmet's not going to do his face a lot of good, though, is it?
Nope.
No, but his chain's going to be nice and dry.
Happy.
He'll be saying when he's picking the bits of gravel out of his arm, at least my chain's all right.
I wonder what he's going to say then when he started with A.
Don't help with I'm not having that little bit of a stammer, does it?
I don't have a stammer.
I say, go Granville.
Alright, hold on. I swear this will be the last one, but I've got to show you guys this one. Here's a good one. That's just,
Oh my god.
You can't steal them from other countries.
that is funny. But yeah, this is what we end up with out here sometimes. We end up with these big old sinkholes in the middle of the road. Yeah, we figured they'd come up with something better to fill this stuff up with, with all the money that they're stealing from us. I mean, who needs to spend $40,000 on a hammer and like, $20 million on a toilet seat and all that stuff? I mean, really, it makes zero sense to me.
It's quite clear, Bobby. The government steals your money.
That's all they're about, They're just about making the money and getting the hell out.
Yeah, it'd be good if they just said that vote for us because we're only going to steal $7 billion from the economy, whereas the Conservatives or whatever party is going to steal $25 billion. And then we know which ones are not going to steal the most money.
Yep. Like, hey, you want to vote for your politician? Well, I'm going to screw you, but at least I'm going to tell you about it. So vote for me. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, all you can do is cast your vote, hope for the best.
Well, there's three things you can do. You can either cast your vote for one of them, not vote at all, or spoil your ballot and still go in and vote.
Yeah.
At least you can make someone chuckle in the where they count the votes, and they'll be going through like, and there's like a giant penis on it.
Oh. I several times I've gone to vote and I felt like voting for Margaret Thatcher, which will do a lot of good over here in New York.
She's not going to steal much money now, is she?
No, she's kicking up a bit of a stink at the moment.
Yeah. I say it didn't do much good over here, mate.
No.
I remember something called the, I think it was the poll tags, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the poll tags.
Oh, did that screw us over, that one?
I think
I didn't pay it. I didn't pay it, and I had to go to court in the end.
Yeah.
I refused to pay it, mate. I refused to pay it, and because so many of us refused to pay it, and I said that I was prepared to actually to go, do a little bit of time for it because I refused to pay it completely, and because there was such a, we were originally paying one set of rates, and then within the same household, our rates doubled because two people were then having to pay a premium. However many people over the age of 18 was it, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I said bollocks. And you know, I think it was a year later they knocked the poll tax on the head, and we went over to obviously what's now known as the council tax, isn't it?
Do you know how they got it off me, Weggy? They got it out of me bloody wages. I wouldn't pay it, and they actually took it out of my wages monthly until I paid the frigging thing up.
Yeah.
Nothing you could do about it.
No, I did that with the CSA.
Yeah.
You can't count on that over here because if you, let's say you owe 1,000 and they try to take it out of your wages, they'll take 3. They'll take 3,000.
Yeah. Really?
They won't stop taking it until you say, look, you've already taken more, and they won't give it back what they took over. They'll just be like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Your next tax period is up now, so now you owe us money again. So yeah. So let's see. In the Q&A, I'm going to hit this one, and then we're going to get the hell away from politics. But Colin Biker says, as the grandson of a politician, I should care. I spent many years being very political. The politicians have succeeded in turning me off from it, much to my chagrin. Yeah, they'll do that. They will do that. And of course, Skeggy put up the link to your video, Mr. B, because he's
GSX S1000.
Yep, I've actually got it queued up on my so I'll be watching that one later on. Let's see, Sergeant Markins gives us a smiley face. What's up, Sarge?
Hi, Sarge.
Yep, I sent you a link so you can get in here anytime you like. Let's see, and Count Motorhead says, hello folks, sing us a song.
Motorhead.
Go.
Alright. We should get him in here as well.
There's room for you, Davey.
Let it go. No, I'm not gonna.
Go!
I think they want Skeggy to sing. I think they want Skeggy to sing actually after his singing video he done.
I've heard he's a bit of a crooner.
Oh, is he, mate? He's a bit of a rock and roller.
Yeah.
He's done a video, hasn't he? He's done a singing video, surely.
Yes, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, if Count Motorhead wants us to sing, we can always lip sync to you.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
All right, I'm done.
Dave doesn't work. Dave knows all the words. Did you see him? He was lip syncing all the words.
That's because my missus loves it.
Bollocks.
Uh-huh.
Bollocks. You spend too much time at home.
Your missus loves
Yeah, I've been working really hard this week. I've been working really, really hard. I've washed up twice and I've done one set of laundry.
And learnt all the lyrics to Let It Go.
Nah, that was last
Hayes
year.
husband. The little Hayes husband.
Yeah. You imagine looking at his winter peel out in the gardens and across the road, and they're all looking at Dave lip syncing to Let It Go, Let It Go.
The worst thing is I've never heard the song, I've never seen the film, but I'm so sick of hearing that fucking saying Let It Go.
Hey, let it go.
Nope.
Oh, I got it queued up for the kids because they freaking love it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Hey, whilst we're on the subject of letting it go, has any of you guys yet had a close call? Yeah, and in your head you've gone, let it go.
yes, yes, I have actually. That's a scary thought. Because that's all you can do unless you want to get into, a big shouting match or a fight or something. I'm like, no, I'm enjoying the ride. Let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah.
With the wind and sky.
Oh, God.
He knows it. He knows it all.
Oh, Dave.
Did you see Count Motorhead's close calls?
Yep.
What's that?
Yeah, they were really close.
Video. Oh, he's going to pull out on me. Oh, no, he's not. He's miles away.
Oh, you guys better behave.
Oh, God. How you doing, eh? How you doing? Oh,
What's up, Sarge?
We could actually sing Let It Go to people when we see them on the phones.
Oh, God, no. I just, no. It's bad enough that the kids say, "Play Let It Go." I'm like, okay.
I don't think I've heard it. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Just ask Bobby to play it for you.
Well, you know what, Sarge?
Dave,
All right, I'm done.
you know what? Bobby, keep playing that. Keep playing. I want to see Dave do a full rendition of that song.
No,
Right?
no,
Go
no.
on.
Dave.
Go on. You can't.
You
Go
know
on.
you are now.
Dave, just make a little bit of point. Make a
Come on,
little bit of noise, Dave. A little bit of noise, so the camera stays on you, mate, and Bobby's going to play the tune.
No, no, no.
You know you wanna.
Let it go. Let it go.
Come on, this is worse than politics and bloody religion.
Oh, no. Let it
Hey,
go.
there you go.
No.
The only thing I can say to that skeggy is nomine patri filii spiritus sanctus.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, Sarge, you can save us from all this. How you doing?
I just got home. It's a nice warm day, and I still have to work on my concourse. But yeah, a big but. Mr. B, I watched a review on the new Suzuki. That thing is sharp.
It's awesome, mate. I tell you, I've not ridden a bike like that for a long. Well, I've not basically. They pulled out the bag.
Yeah, you said 166 horsepower is what private test.
Yeah, independent tests are saying it's coming out of the crate at 166, which is ridiculous.
For a naked bike, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he had to let it go. He couldn't keep it.
Oh, you were waiting the whole time, weren't you?
Yeah.
I wonder how many times that's going to come out tonight.
That was almost.
I don't need to mean like that.
Dave, when that comes on, you're supposed to start singing.
But it makes me wonder, though, do I want to trade in my Z1000?
Yeah,
It would.
absolutely.
I'd have to check the prices here in the States.
What's the actual price in this country, Andy?
The non-ABS one is £8,999.
Right.
Whoa.
You could almost buy a car for that.
Oh, what?
It's not that
Second-hand,
expensive for what it is, to be honest.
You say they're not going to chuck ABS in for another quid?
No, ABS is £500 more.
What? For something
That's
nobody
what we
wants?
pay for ABS. But so seriously, I don't know if you'll get a chance to test ride one until it comes out now. But seriously, test ride it, and then I think you'll find yourself doing a trade-in.
Well, my latest super bike that I had was a GSXR 1000. I loved it, and it was at 03 also.
Oh wow.
But I guess the new one uses the 0506 engine,
Yep.
so plenty of parts for it.
Oh yeah, totally. You'll love it, mate. You'll love it. The looks of it, and that I love that swinging arm. I know it sounds really pathetic, but it's awesome. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, it does. The styling sort of reminds me of. It's a cross between the naked BMW and the Z1000.
Yeah.
It's a little mix.
Here's a fact for you, right? This will surprise you probably. A lot of people haven't realised this yet, but that Suzuki is just as quick off the line as the BMW S1000R. Except the BMW is like nearly twice as much and full of stupid electronic limiters and crap.
They're not showing it. They're not showing it here till 2016.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just looked at that.
Yeah, one color.
Normally you get stuff before us.
That's harsh.
Yeah, just have the blue here,
Yeah, and it's just blue.
and
I
then
don't like the blue one.
And the
I must
snobs,
admit-
the Americans don't like importing stuff.
That's true. I must admit that if I could ride them with my neck, it would be a toss-up between that one and the R1M, which I saw R1 Chronicles ride the other day. And my word,
That's
that
pretty expensive.
I
yeah,
actually don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
the look of the
It is
R1.
expensive, but my word, it don't half go.
Just that Suzuki's Well, you know, I don't want to spoil the review for Weggy, but I mean, it's fucking mental.
It's mental.
It really is.
Yeah.
Just ditch the blue. I don't like.
I'll be honest with you, right? If it was available and I could buy it, I would have bought it.
I will say in the colour that you viewed it in, it suited it so much.
That's the right colour. It's the right colour.
Yeah, it did.
Burgundy red, isn't it? Like that and black. So
It's like a Chardonnay deep red sort of, but it's candy as well.
Sure.
Works.
Yeah, when they showed it at the bike show, though, like they're just showing the blue on the website, but when they showed it at the bike show, they showed this one.
Oh yes.
Don't like it.
You don't like? Yeah.
No.
What is that? Like a dark silver, or not quite pewter?
It's not quite a pewter. I'm not sure what you would call that particular color. This particular one has been
I'll
slight.
tell you what I call it. I call it primer.
I hope you get the rest of the engine when you buy it.
Yeah, right.
It's like a light slate by the looks of it.
Oh, if they could just do a clear cover on that side, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
See all the
America.
America.
Just chrome it all. That's what you want to do.
Chrome kiss my.
Extended swing arm.
I totally love the black and red. The one that I rode is the best colour that I've seen on it. It totally works.
Well, to be quite honest with you guys, you over in the UK and in Germany, in Europe in general, you guys actually get these bikes before we do.
Yeah, because you had to wait for the MT-09, which come over there as the FZ-09.
Yes.
Yeah. That's strange, that.
And then they'll like they did the MT-09, they'll rebrand it something some gay some gay name on here or something.
Thanks, Sarge.
Well, when Suzuki brought back the SV650, they called it the Gladius.
What?
Yes.
That's outrageous. How can you do that to the SV? It's a legend bike.
I know. Why would you do it's yeah? And I had one at one point. Gladius. Like,
what were they thinking?
It's well, if you look at my tank protector on my Concours 1400, it actually says GTR.
I'm glad you corrected that, because at first I thought you were saying if you look at my taint, and I'm like, wait, what?
Tank protector. Well, it's because I like the GTR badging more than Concours. Who came up with that crap?
No, man. Somebody's smoking a lot of crack.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Like, why would you change the brand of the bike? You know, if you've got a successful bike like Yamaha and the MT-07 and 9, both very popular bikes, and everyone knows it as the MT-09, but then they take it to America and they decide to call it an FZ. Oh, sorry, I mean FZ. I don't get it. Why confuse people? Just keep it the same.
I don't know.
So the phaser over here, that's FZ. Do they call that the MT in America?
I can finally hear Andy now.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Quick, play, let it go.
Get rid of it, Wiggy.
Oh dear, there you go.
All right, let's see here in the Q&A so that we can see. Blue Ninja Runner says, "Hello all, what's going on, people?"
What's going on?
Oh!
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Not even here.
And Calm Biker says that number at the end of the Hangout title looks like a barcode. Okay.
What number?
I've got a letter.
Today's date. Motovloggers Behaving Badly. 4/28/15.
Beep.
Oh, man.
Sorry, never laugh at your own jokes.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for coming, Dave.
So here's a question for you folks. What do you consider the... I have an idea of what Mr. B is going to say, but what do you consider the best and worst bikes that have come out this year or in recent years? So let's see, who should we start off? I think
We're talking about 2012, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
I'm going to go back a little bit further so I can partake.
1842.
I don't pay much attention to new releases.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So the best and worst bike that you. Okay, but screw it. The best and worst bike that you have seen.
Mm.
Here we go. So let's see. We'll start off with Dave, since Dave's there, looking like he's got.
Let it go, Dave. Let it go.
Let it go, Dave. Come on.
What do you think?
Sorry, you were talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just picked up a phone. Sorry, mate.
I just thought you'd had a stroke, mate. That was all.
I do apologise. My wife.
Cuckoo!
You're going to ask what the question is now.
So what did you ask?
Oh God.
Has your vlogging style changed since? No, what do you think about best and worst bike you've seen?
Oh, best and worst bike. Yeah, I don't really know. I think
No, sorry.
Ducatis tend to overstyle their bikes for me. So worst bikes would probably be the way the Ducatis look, and the best bikes is probably going to be Yamaha. So the best bike I've seen recently that I could possibly afford would be the MT-09.
All right. Cool. So what
Now,
do
if you don't mind, I'm just going to reply to my wife before I get a beat in the weekend.
What do you think, Wiggy?
Let me think. Well, best bike or worst bike first?
It's up to you, man.
All right. Worst bike, Yamaha Diversion.
All right.
No, I'm joking.
I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't heard of this one. Let me go look that up.
That's Dave's bike. No, I'd have to say anything Chinese, mate, to be honest with you. Any Chinese rip-off, cheap-ass pile of junk, to be honest with you. Best bike? Oh dear, oh dear. I think the best bike that I have seen recently would be the one that Andy's just done a video on, to be honest with you, if I'm completely honest.
And if you weren't completely honest?
Well, I'm going to be, tell you what, if seriously, I mean, I'm a big Kawasaki fanatic, you know that, and the H2O, that particular bike is fantastic. All the stories of going to hell and back when you open the throttle and it literally ripping you to pieces as you accelerate. I'd love to have a go on that. It's a fantastic bike, but it's let's be honest with you, it's not for the real world. I don't think it's going to be in production that long, to be honest with you. So let me have a gander. I mean, the BMW is a fantastic looking bike, but to be quite honest, the bike that stood out to me recently has been the one that she's done a review on, the Suzuki. Honestly.
All right.
I've got to watch the review first. Give you my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just the looks. Wait till you see it ride.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and we've got Yorkshire Biker.
The worst looking bike, I think it's a few years old now. The Benelli. I don't know what model it is, but it's got the two fans under the rear seat. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
They used to make nice bikes once upon a time, Benelli.
And the best looking bike's the R125.
that Chinese?
Yeah. Yeah.
Borderline. Sarge, was it Sarge?
No.
That's Dave's ringtone.
It ain't mine.
Dave's
Mine-
ringtone is very good.
Warning, it's the wife. It's the wife.
Let it go. Let it go.
Make it stop.
Alright. Cool. Suffolk Andy. Your turn, sir.
Oh God. I think it's not really a bike, but
Criteria, Andy. Criteria is bike.
yeah, I know, it's not a bike, but Vespa scooters. Fuck, I hated them. They were the horriblest things I've ever seen with their big bulbous fucking eye thing sticking out the side. And Lambrettas were so much better. Vespas were horrid. I didn't like them at all. I never have. Motorbikes, I'm not fussed really. I want to ride them all. But like women, really. Gets you in trouble though, I tell you. But I am looking at the moment at the new Tiger Triumph. I'm looking at that, seriously looking at that, and that might be my next bike. I quite like that. I do like sport bikes. I like the BMWs at the RR.
Yeah.
I love that bike. I'd love to ride it. I can't ride one because I can't get to the gears, but I'd like one of them. But I am looking at the Tiger at the moment, the new Triumph. That might be my next purchase. I'm not really sure.
What
did,
seat Tiger is that, Andy?
Pardon?
What capacity Tiger?
That'd be is that 1,001 or something?
The 1050, I think it is.
1050.
Yeah, 1,050, yeah.
I wouldn't ever consider riding the bike under 1,000cc anyway.
No.
When my son had his 600 Suzuki, I had to ride that for him a couple of times, and that just didn't do it for me. You know, that's just not there. I have to have and being a big bloke as well, you know, I just look like a fucking great elephant on a pimple riding around on that, you know. So.
Well, my dad actually test drove the Tiger 800.
Yeah.
He said it didn't feel like an 800 at all. You couldn't really tell the difference between that and his ZX10.
They have said that, yeah. So that's about it, really. Vespas, I hate them. And new bikes, I like some of the sport. I still like the Blade, you know. I still think the Fireblade, after all these years, is still a good-looking bike. And still a bloody good bike, you know. There's so many out there, what can you say, you know. You just want to ride them all.
Cool. All right. Here you go. Skiggy. What you got for us, man?
Oh, I think the best looking bike to date so far is what Andy's reviewed. It's just a corker, it really is. And the worst one, if I can quickly do a screen share, has got to be the old Munch Mammoth. Can you see that?
Jesus Christ.
What the?
What the fuck's that?
That was with the old MZs.
That is, well, it's not far off. It's a Munch Mammoth. It was a 1970s bike, and it was basically not far. I'll tell you what, they was reputed to be bloody quick. But you basically got a car engine in a bike, not far off.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's horrible.
That look like a right pile of shit, doesn't it?
That has got to be.
You know what? With that stripe on the back seat and everything else, it looks like some sort of like Pac-Man with his mouth open, but in black.
You know what? I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, it don't look that much different to a Hesketh, do it?
No.
It looks like somebody's already hit it up the arse end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like someone's trying to compact a BSA.
And by the way, that's how it was sold with odd wheels.
Really?
Yep. That is how it was sold. That's a Munch Mammoth. That's how it was sold. About 1973, I think, something like that.
That's fucking hideous.
Is it? Beauty?
There's nothing nice about that at all. Look at the indicators.
There is not one nice design on it anywhere. I don't think.
I don't know, the throttle cable looks alright.
I don't know.
And it did come with traction control as standard.
it not the strangest looking machine you've ever seen?
It looks like the seat is like eat your ass or something.
I'll tell you what, you do some looking into that thing, and it's I think it's a 1300cc, and it was 1973-ish.
I'll tell you what, Bobby, that'd keep your ass fucking safe in the gay ride, eh?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Only room for one.
Wow,
It's like it's like the motorcycle for the coprophiliac on the go.
Anyway, I'm going to stop doing that now. It says in the eyes.
Oh my god.
That gets my vote skeggy. That's fucking amazing.
It's nasty.
I don't even want to say mine now because mine is nothing close to that.
Yeah, your ugly bikes are going to be a beauty compared to that, aren't they?
All right. Hey, Sarge, what you got for us?
I think, well, they're in my opinion, are not probably the worst bikes. I've never ridden one, but the Moto Guzzies.
All right. Really?
It's like they can't come out with anything original. They're always copying someone. And a close second would be Honda.
Yeah.
They haven't upgraded a damn thing in how many years? And I started to become disappointed in Suzuki for the same thing. They haven't really updated. The Hayabusa's up. The Hayabusa's up for a facelift.
Oh, I hate the new Hayabusa. The exhausts, what's going on there? And then the flipping bulgy trim on the side. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, hopefully they gain something by coming back into MotoGP.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Suzuki are the same with the GSXR as well, aren't they? It's
Yes.
been the same since 05, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Fireblade engine nearly 30 years old, isn't it? Something 25 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's do it.
Basics of it.
Well, I understand that it works, and you want to stay with something that works, but
Okay. No, in actual fact, I need to let it go.
God, that's a good one.
as far as yeah, I've just got awesome bikes that have just come out. Has to be the Suzuki, and you did a review on it. It's really, I'll get in trouble with the wife kind of bike because I might get one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she might.
Just one ride. I'm sure I'll be convinced.
Mhm. Mhm. Don't go in a group ride out, whatever you do, Sarge.
Oh, I hate group rides. It's another topic.
Take it out on your own. Take it out on your own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed every time you twist that throttle, the review just went to total crap.
It was kind of like, okay, so.
Yeah. And then you try to get back on subject, but it was just so tough because you're like, I'm going to try this again.
It's like, no, I don't want to do a review. I just want to go and ride the fucking thing.
Oh, could you imagine if they dropped the Hayabusa motor in that?
Oh man,
You'd never see Mr. B again.
that would be ridiculous. A 1300 naked with a Hayabusa engine in it.
Oh, either it'd be pure sex or you'd be a smear on the blacktop.
Well,
Just go over that particular bike. Is it? I'm sort of thinking of the range they got now. I mean, if I'm right in saying they've just this year they're going to release a new Bandit or a later model Bandit, aren't they? If I'm right in saying. If I'm right in saying as well, is the Busa still in production? I think it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So this new one, where does that fall? As far as you got the Suzuki Bandit and you've got the Busa, okay, still which are very, very popular motorcycles. Where's this one fall? It's sort of in between the two? Is it an alternative to the Bandit? Is it an alternative to the Busa? Would you say?
It's
It's
neither.
its own class.
It is the naked street bike, basically, is what it is. It's not a tourer, no way, and it's certainly not anything close to a Bandit, you know. because anyone that rides a Bandit right now and then jumps on one of those, they'll probably shit themselves. But
I've never actually ridden a Suzuki Bandit, and to be honest with you, I haven't ridden a Busa. So it obviously would be a lot easier for someone like yourself, in comparison, because you're a Suzuki man, to make a judgment on it more so than someone like me who's a Kawasaki man. To be honest.
I mean, the Bandit's a safe ride, blah blah blah, almost bearing on Honda sort of standards, whereas the Hayabusa is like a tourer that will get you places very quickly. And the that Suzuki GSX-S 1000 is there's a lot of talk of now of super street bike, in terms of instead of just street bike, and I think that would obviously fall in that class. But oh my God, what's that, Skeggy?
That's the 1969 MZ trophy.
Really?
Yeah. What a trophy to behold, eh?
That's never won a trophy.
I'll tell you what, those keys old engines used to carry on and on.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, they'll go forever, unfortunately.
Oh my God, even the front springs aren't covered or anything.
It's ridiculous.
I'm looking at that, and the only thing I can think is kill it before it bleeds.
That is misery.
Don't you like the way the headlight runs into the fuel tank in one seamless move?
No.
Not at all.
Aerodynamics, they call it, Skeggy.
Yeah.
It looks like someone strapped a leaf blower to the top of the bike.
I think whoever designed it didn't understand aerodynamics, definitely.
Aeronite, damn it, it's ugly.
Yeah. So I've got to what? Put a big box on the front of it to catch as much air as possible, right? I may as well put a headlight in it.
That's hideous. That's just it's like trying to pass an accident without looking.
Where's the rear indicator anyway? Oh my God, no, the rear indicator is on the front. Can you see that? It's dual. It's front and rear. That's hilarious.
Wow, that's a beauty. And I love how they've topped it off with that beautiful colour.
I'm guessing it's meant to be a motocrosser, judging by the clearance on the front fender there.
It was more their idea to every bike they ever had to be capable of going over farmland. Pretty much like the Citroen C4 or whatever it was.
Now, see, that color is so that people wouldn't notice it when you dumped it on the side of the road.
Nobody'd nick it, would they?
I wouldn't have thought so. No, I wouldn't have
Not
thought
without a dark visor, anyway.
Right, go and wash your eyes out.
Alright, Mr. B, it's your turn.
I'll tell you what, Andy, that Vespa's beginning to look pretty nice now, isn't it?
It certainly is. Now you've shown me some of this crap, mate, I'll tell you. Oh, God.
Alright, Mr. B, what you got for us?
Jesus, I forgot what the subject was now. Oh yeah, good looking bikes and ugly bikes. Okay. Well, yeah, I have to say that the GSX-S 1000 is one sexy looking bike. Well, I don't want to spoil it. I can't spoil it because Wiggy's not watched the video. But anyway, a four-legged friend even thinks it looks nice. But so yeah, obviously the GSX-S, Suzuki's pulled it out of the bag with the looks on that bike. It's just brilliant, and especially the black and red really works. It's a candy red, by the way, so it sparkles in the sunlight. But no, it totally works. As for ugly bikes, I'm going to go with the latest Hayabusa. I don't like it at all, and I was gutted when I saw it come out, and they'd done the exhaust are terrible on it. They're hideous. And then the bulbous bits, they've stuck some extra bits on the side to make it look different. It's like, what have you done? Yeah. So look at the indicators there. There's that indicator bulge on the front. The hump's weird. They've sorry for the people watching in America, but they've Americanized the rear tail light, and they've just got that bulge for the rear indicator as well. It's like, why have you done that? And the exhausts are hideous. And they weigh like a ton. So yeah, that's the bike that I say looks-wise isn't for me. I'd probably knock those side bulges and the exhaust off with a sledgehammer and then get back to a proper high bus again.
Andy, can you put a picture up of it, mate?
Is that?
Yeah, I put one up.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see it.
I found a bike that looks like a snail.
Yeah, that's ironic, isn't it?
I'd have to say, my mate was talking about getting an abuser, and I must admit, you know, I've just for the hell of it, I've been looking around on eBay, and definitely the vintage abusers, i.e. the Mark 1, so to speak. Yours isn't, but yours was one of the early ones. They are far better looking as a motorcycle than they are now. As they progress, they've got worse and worse and worse and worse. And now I see one on eBay that was up for about $7,000. That was a white one, and that must be one of the ugliest motorcycles I've ever seen in my life. It really is. They've completely screwed it up.
I saw one the other day with a top box and panniers. Honestly, I've got it on video, and it's got top box panniers, and I'm stood looking at it, shaking my head, going, Mr. Baby turning his fucking oh.
I'll tell you what, lads, I'm just going to show you. You talk about ugly bikes. I'm going to show you my mate's old bike. This was from about 1983. All right. Let's have a look here. I'll click on this one. This one here. Look. You'll recognise it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
And that was sold as a combination. As a Cossack Euro 650. Yeah.
I was about to say they still got the rules.
Yeah. You can see the oil leaks, can't you? That was his own oil leak.
They're pretty much like the old British bikes. It's not got an oil leak. It's marking its territory.
Yeah.
Now it's working when it's got oil.
Yeah, but that particular bike, I mean, it's funny because we used to have a meeting point. This is the old electric house. Well, Andy will know. This is where we used to meet up years and years ago. And that's all bus depot now. It's all been knocked down and changed around. But as you come into the electric house, you used to come past the cricketers near Eddie, right? Then you turn right in hard. Well, this thing, as you imagine, I mean, the sidecar's on the right-hand side rather than the left. So as you come round back to the right, the poor sod that used to be in the sidecar was about 6 feet up in the fucking air because there was you used to put it on the side, mate. It's as funny as hell. Just watching them circle round to see if it can get any higher than the last time. And I remember, I think once I did actually see them turn it over, and that was, I think, you know, Andy, when you've just come into the electric house,
yeah,
and you know where the corner of the church is,
yeah,
I think they overturned it there. I think.
Yeah,
that's the time that mate just turned it back on his wheels, mate, and carried on.
So you want the subframe will never rot on that, will it?
Nah, mate, no. Yeah, good old boy he was.
All right. Oh man. So I guess it's my turn, and I'm gonna tell you the worst bikes. There's a tie between two. They're nowhere near as bad as anything Skeggy's put up. But here's one: the Honda Silverwing.
Oh, what a pile of rubbish!
That one is absolutely hideous. It's a gigantic scooter. You know, it is just ugly as shit.
Can I just say something, Bobby?
What's that?
The Honda Silverwing that we used to know was based on a plastic Megan.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Silver Dream Machine.
There was. It was a V-twin water cooled, mate. The CX500 type of thing, Silverwing, wasn't it?
To think it's come from a name like that to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking. But that ties with.
Oh, my God.
I like how it's been marked under fugly bikes. Oh, dear.
Seriously, what have they done? What have they done with that?
The Victory Vision.
How can they call that a victory? That is such a shame.
Seriously. I mean, one of the lads within the collective's got a Victory. That's a fantastic looking bike, but that.
Yeah, I like Victory, and I saw this, and my respect for them died very quickly. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like they've gone to the school and got children to draw a picture of a bike and said, "Oh yeah, we'll make that."
Yeah, that's a shame, that really is a shame.
But you all know what I think of as the best bike out there, so which of course makes me pissed off at Gazatron, because he says worst bike has got to be anything from Indian. Just gonna pick on me, right?
He definitely said.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay, Gazatron. It's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you know that one. Yeah.
Well, we had an Indian dealership here. Are they still around?
Yeah, dude, yeah. I'm riding a 19. Oh God, I'm riding a 2014 Indian.
1906.
Oh God, no.
I just hadn't seen them where I'm at. So there was a dealership. It was there for maybe 6-7 months, and it was gone. So I thought Indian had died again.
Nope. No.
We got one 30 miles from here, Wiggy. We got one at Crazy Horse, haven't we?
Yeah, Barry's.
Yeah, I went there the other week and had a look at them there.
Yeah.
Indians and Crazy Horse.
Eddie, you know it's a regular bear, Eddie. It's Jen and Ian, Cactus family.
You what?
You know Johnny Cactus, he's always up there, and Jenny, his missus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they might be coming on the Cobdock run.
I hope so, mate. I did ask him.
Yeah, she asked me about it.
Yeah, I did ask him to come down to the Kesgrave one, but he's too busy doing Jenny's of America at the moment. Yeah.
He's got a job now, so he's trying to get it all in, you know.
What's he doing then? What's quickly was it? I don't know what he's doing for a living.
I don't know. He's got a job, so she said he was struggling to get her bike ready so she can get it back on the road.
Yeah. Sorry, lads. Just going off
a tangent there. Yeah.
I just wonder whatever. No one mentioned Harley.
I didn't want to get kicked in the head for mentioning Harleys.
Yeah, you know, Harleys. I love Harleys. I will love Harleys forever. But no, they're kind of dying. They're standard. So there's nothing fantastic about them, but there's nothing awful about. Well, there's something awful about.
Some of them are awful, Bobby. Some of them are awful, mate.
Yeah.
I went to a Harley dealer a couple of weeks ago, and they had some really awful bikes in there. And I ride a Harley sometimes, as you know.
Yeah.
And there were some real horrendous-looking things in there for like £20,000, you know, English money. And I'm looking at it and thinking, God, I'd rather be in a hearse than be clean on that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the bigger ones, and I don't mean in CC, I mean with all the clutter that they have on it. A bit like the front end of what Bobby was showing us. The moment he showed us that one, I thought of a Harley. Because those just, my word. Ugh.
And then big seats at the back, you know, like armchairs stuck on the back of a bike, you know, they're just awful.
The Goldwing is worse for that.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Oh, just going back to Dave's comment. Yeah, you imagine the Harley Davidson. You buy a Harley Davidson sort of naked, and you got on the side you got a Clutter magazine. Right, ashtray. Think about it. What other clutter you talking about? You talking about all the Farrens and stuff in Dave and all that.
Yeah,
you know.
and the stereos and all the gubbins on the front. I mean, you got this fairing that's right across the whole of the front.
There's a whole of the fucking road, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
as wide as a car. What's the point in having a bike that's as wide as a car?
Can't feel very nice, can you?
Like the old, well, they used to call them the old electrical lights, didn't they, years ago, didn't they?
They still have the electric lights out there now, yeah.
Do they really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at an Electric Glide Ultra before I got my Indian. I like to see my wheel hit the road. You know, the front wheel, I have to see where it's hitting the road. Otherwise, I can't. But let's see. Let's hit this Q&A here. Bex88, of course, comes back and says they call it the Gladius here too, and puts up a link to show you guys this. This is the Gladius over in your area.
Yuck. It looks the same here too. What a freaking nightmare.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of disturbing. So I'm going to get rid of that. And Blue Ninja Rider says, Skeggy beat me to it. Any East German bike from the south. That
Yeah. Oh, what the hell is that?
Fucking Christ. Really?
Hey, that's a beauty, isn't it? I'm beginning to think at some stage somebody went, hey, I like Dodgem cars.
Mm.
We got a Dodgem car and a scooter and mingled them together.
Mm.
Looks like something out of Thunderbirds.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, look fucking comfortable, don't it?
How far is that going to lean over?
Not very far.
That's as far as it
I don't
leans.
know, I think you're going to be led back too far, don't worry.
When you were talking about the electric glide earlier, I remember that for having a flat back wheel, they weren't designed to lean round corners. You drove them round, didn't you?
Ooh, not a good idea.
Not fair, Dave. It's got a roost seat. A roost seat.
Oh goodness, is that Corinthian leather?
They built that so that you're riding your casket because you are going to die on that thing.
There must be a handle on the back of that, because when you get to a corner you have to stop and then lift the back end round so that you can get around.
It's got a bumper. How many bikes do you know that have bumpers?
That's all right. Let's see. So Blue Ninja Rider also says Neville's were built in Hull as a question, but I don't know who knows that because I'm not too familiar with Neville's. Let's see. Gazatron also says Skeggy wins, of course. Finding the ugliest shit he could possibly find and inundating us with it. Thanks, Skeggy. And Gazatron also says, I like the Confederate Hellcat. Now, you know what? I'm going to go look for that because...
Oh, that's the one with the V8.
V8?
Yes.
Triumph used to do a huge one, didn't they, with all that silver,
rocket.
that chrome stuff at the bottom.
The rocket.
Yeah.
Through it.
Yeah, great in the straight line.
Rocket?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. You want to see?
Oh, I was wrong.
That's the Confederate Hellcat.
Oh, that's good.
Did somebody sort of design the front half and somebody else design the back half and they just stuck it together?
One was smoking crack, one was smoking meth.
Yeah. Because it looks like half a bike stuck on the front of a rear swing arm, doesn't it?
Mm.
Is that just a spring going straight up to the seat?
Yep. Imagine that thing popping through while you're on a...
Oh, I don't like a finger up my butt. I wouldn't want a spring up my butt.
Certainly, I'll tell you what, you certainly have hemorrhoids if that fucking happened.
All right. Well, we're getting to the time where I need to run and pick up my little ones. So I think at this point we're going to stop disturbing ourselves, grab some brain bleach, and we'll run down the line and get everyone to say bye-bye to all the folks at home. So at this time, I think I'm going to go in reverse this time just because I feel like being that guy. So we'll start off with Mr. B.
Alright, so yeah, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to ride safe, ride invisible.
I guess it's me. Well, you cut out. I'm sorry. But for everyone that tuned in this afternoon, thank you so much, Beast Rider, and everyone that watched. I love you all.
We love you too, Sarge. Hey, Skeggy, want to say bye to the folks?
I will. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. It's been my pleasure.
Awesome, and ours as well. You know, Mr. Suffolk Andy.
Well, all I can say is good night, my lovers. And just remember, if you're going to go out in the world and kick fucking ass, make sure it's not your own, because that'll fucking hurt.
Oh my goodness. Alright, for the Yorkshire Biker.
It's been another weird one again tonight, but It's been fun. I hope everyone who's been watching's enjoyed it. And ride safe. Don't forget to keep the sticky side down.
Like you're showing now.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, shit, man.
it's for you, Mike.
Oh,
Can you read that?
yeah.
Sorry, what you were reading?
Plastic surgeon.
Fucking top stuff, mate. Top stuff.
Oh dear.
I just thought we'd end the show on a high, mate. Yeah, again, it's been an absolute joy to be involved in this particular hang. Fantastic. Thank you.
Can I just quickly jump in there and say something? That looks like one of my pictures. I can remember that. I can. Yeah, I'm not joking. I can remember that girl, and I can remember those nipples.
Really?
Yeah, I know exactly that was. About 15, 20 years ago that was.
I just trying to check out the time. That looked about 20 to 2 on that one, didn't it?
They were really bad.
Only 2 nipples there.
I'll tell you what, I'm not joking when I say I think that's one of mine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Yeah.
I'll show that to Stan in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Dave, you're up next.
Dân xin nà thông xin nà bà thó tận nhà con xin nà nhà yên yên đại.
And chips.
Oh, shut up, you German.
Shit?
German.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I guess it's my turn to say goodbye, everybody, and thank you for watching. Remember to tune in on Thursday for the Brain Dump Fully Loaded Hangout. I feel like I'm on TV now. And come on back on Tuesday, because we'll be behaving very, very badly. Very badly. Oh, yes. So, thank you, folks, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.